The college football experience, South Alabama Jaguars 2025 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com with our promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening in. Let it ride, brother.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. South Alabama Jaguars 2025 season preview episode. Always a good time to talk South Alabama football, even when you're in the middle of Las Vegas at Mountain West Media Days. Yes, youtube.com/the college experience. We got to get these things through. You know what I mean? And I always can talk South Alabama football because you know what I love about South Alabama? They didn't play football for a long time. And then they said in 2008, they said, damn it, we're starting a program. All right. And they started their program in 2009 and then boom, they've been doing it ever since, including 3 straight winning seasons. Their first ever double-digit win season in the FBS in 2022 under Kane Womack. This has been a fun run, and excited to talk about them. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick.
Raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Oh boy. Got a little Vegas throat a little bit there. So I'm trying to power through that. Oh man, good times, right? Good times. Sound like one of those like announcers in the 1950s that have smoked there's just so much their whole life, and they get some eyes out to the 30, the 20. Unbelievable. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the college basketball experience. When the season goes live, in basketball, we are live every night of the season, all season long. It never stops, even the offseason, as you can tell. Give it up for former staffer at Austin Peay with the Governors, at South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and at West Virginia with the Mountaineers, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, buddy?
What is up, man? Yes, viva Las Vegas. Cheers. Let's go Jags.
Yeah, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like perfect. I purposely chose South Alabama to be talked about in Las Vegas. I said, you know what? They deserve something good for just saying, hey, fuck this. We're starting football. And I must admit, as I sat down with the commissioner of the Mountain West. That episode's out right now. Go listen to that. That is not on YouTube. That is strictly on audio. That's what you call like the bonus track on the CD. You know what I mean? That you didn't, back in the day, you'd play a CD and you had no idea 7 minutes after that song ended that we're just going to give you a bonus track. Well, I sat down with the commissioner of the Mountain West, but I did ask her about and starting their football program. So go check out that episode because that's what South Alabama did. And Grand Canyon's got money. So why the hell can't they be South Alabama? They can't be, because if they were, they would have already started it. All right. South Alabama. It's been a fun ride, and Major Applewhite, who some could say did not do a terrible job at Houston, not Texas. He played at Texas, but let's look at these slides here. YouTube.com/the college experience. Major Applewhite was the head coach at the All right. Okay. What's going on here?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. There we go.
There
He was 7-5 in 2007, then 8-5 in 2018 at Houston. They got fired because Army ran for 10,000 yards against them in a bowl game where they scored 70 points. And then last season, 7-6. He's 22-17 overall. He's never had a losing season, Mac. What do you think of Coach Applewhite, who was much better than Chris Sims at Texas, and Mac Brown still owes us an apology for how much they pumped Chris Sims into that lineup. But what do you make of Coach Applewhite?
I thought Applewhite did a good job in year number 1 for all things considered. 7-6, year number 1. But I mean, like you said, he wasn't horrible at Houston. It just kind of when you get punked by Army the way that they did, they had to make a change. But I thought last year they started 0-2, but I thought they did a good job rallying, having a winning record in the Sun Belt, 5-3, and then winning a bowl game. So some momentum. I know they got kind of hit by the portal that we'll get into, but all things considered, a good year number 1.
Yeah, I had a schedule to me a little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
When you looked at how youth is now in the ACC and SEC, because have you driven a Gio Lopez lately? Their star quarterback is now a Chapel Bill Belichick there, and Fluff Bothwell. He believe it or not, I don't believe he's done porn yet. But he is now at Mississippi State at the running back spot there. So that's a big chunk of their offense. They were a season ago, 45th in pass offense, 22nd in rush offense, and 18th until all Petrino comes in as the new OC.
Oh yeah.
Mac, Road Rash Face has a brother.
I'm in.
Yes. Bobby Petrino's brother, Paul Petrino, former Idaho Vandal head coach at one point, let's just hammer that over right now. And please, somebody get the guy a mistress and a motorcycle stat. All right. The offense, like I said, you lose Fluff Bothwell. You lose, have you driven a Gio Lopez lately? But Kentrel Bullock, who did get some burn, Voisin, I feel like has been there for a decade, and 2 of 5 back on the O line. 4 starters back, Mac. Can the offense still be? Now they did hit the portal, and they brought in a slew of guys. Zach Pyron, the former Georgia Tech quarterback who started a couple games when Haynes King was dinged up. I like Pyron. I think it might work. The chat is shitting on my connection. Are you having problems with my connection?
Not horrible.
Yeah. What are they talking about?
I mean, this is TCE. This isn't TNT.
Yeah. We are in Vegas. All right. I still don't understand this Hoover Dam thing, but tight end Nate Forsek coming in from North Dakota State, and then they just went out and just said we needed every offensive lineman we could find. Transfers from Bethune-Cookman, Lamar, Western Kentucky, FAU, South Carolina, Arkansas, all coming in on the O line. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, that Brendan Jenkins kid was a baller at Samford in the FCS. So if he can play at that level, they're still not going to be a top 25 offense. I can't get there.
No,
I think they regress.
They definitely will regress, even though we both like Petrino and being involved. Bobby Petrino's brother. But I mean, his Idaho teams could score the ball offensively, defensively. They just couldn't stop a nosebleed. But I mean, he was a wide receiver coach last year at South Alabama. I think they will be okay. But I mean, with all the shit that they lost on the offensive end, they'll take a step back, I think.
Yeah. Now the defensive side of the ball is one where Will Wyndham is got his work cut out for him. 67th in scoring defense, not bad, but the pass defense awful last year. 111th, rush defense 54th, total defense at 89th. So if you fix the pass defense, I think you can think that maybe there's room for optimism on them improving this year. They return. No one on the defensive line. They do bring back 2 linebackers, Blaine Myrick and Darius McKenzie, and safety Wesley Miller. They were super aggressive in the portal, and they went out and brought in a slew of guys on the D line. Steven Johnson from McNeese State, Terrell Johnson from Harding. Shout out to Harding. Anyone that knows, that's how you know the real from the fake. If you've watched a Harding football game. Emmanuel Walker from UAB, Tremont Henry from Southern Miss. How do you pronounce this guy's name? Ibik?
Ibik Mafe.
Yeah, Ibik. Is that IBK? You just say IBK like JFK. From the Tommies of St. Thomas, our boys, linebacker Caleb Dozier from Georgia Tech and Nehemiah Chandler from Georgia. They just took like Georgia Tech's backups, huh? Cornerback Javon Henderson as well from East Tennessee State coming in. And I believe they brought in a couple other guys in the secondary there. Safety Anthony Brown from Purdue, safety Dallas Young from Arkansas, and Taiwan Ray, a safety from Oklahoma State. Whew. Mac, do you think this defense? I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to be similar. I'm going to say slightly better. I think the pass defense is going to be better. The problem is I think the rush defense is going to be worse. So, but give me better than 89. I think they'll be 70s, early 80s.
Slight step forward. Yeah, I mean, for Wyndham, it's year number 2 versus Petrino year number 1. I know they lose a ton on the front end of their defense, but yeah, they do add a lot of pieces in the portal. Young from Arkansas is highly talented, so I'm interested to see how they take a step. But I do think they will be improved.
Yeah. Well, we will break down the schedule here in a second, but before we do that, I do want to let you know that the college football experience, South Alabama style, is brought to you by us. Yes, we are the college football experience. We are part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Get all the SGPN picks and props for free with the SGPN app. Get it wherever you get your apps. So hop on over there and let it ride. We're also brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. Yes, I am staying at the beautiful Circa right this second. If you're wondering about this awesome room they've given me, this nice suite, well, we're at the Circa. It's phenomenal. And you can even hear, if you listen closely, you might hear that music because the pool, I'm telling you, they like to blast this music late into the night at the pool here. Look, think you know ball? Then you have to enter Circus football contest with $21 million in guaranteed prize. The guarantee. All the extra money will go right to that prize pool. Circa Millions. You pick 5 NFL teams against the spread each week and go for the ultimate sweat in Circus Survivor. There's even the Circa Grandissimo for $100,000 Survivor contest. You must register in person at Circa Sportsbook in Nevada. What a great excuse to book a trip here because, Stadium Swim's rocking, biggest sports book in the world, and you might run into Pick Dundee or Stacking the Money Green or fucking Bronco Mendenhall. You never know. All right, sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SG. Official use our promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by my.ag, single sport including the MLB, CFL. I'm gonna put a shit ton of money on a CFL game tomorrow night. It's gonna be phenomenal. WNBA, golf, racing, all that stuff. Summer sports. Also, I mean, college football futures, NFL futures as well. So head on over to mybookie.ag. But when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply, of course. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back, and Keith Landry says he wants to run into Noah eating chicken tenders at the sushi bar. That happened.
I forgot about that.
That was a few years ago. And you know what though? I think he's
the fire Matt Painter.
He did, and the next year, Matt Painter went to the national championship. So, but you know what's funny is I was recently passing by the sushi restaurant, and I stopped by and I said, "Can you tell me the last time anyone ordered chicken tenders at this joint?" And they went in the back. Took about 45 minutes, but I stayed because I was curious. And they came back and they said March of 2023. Right. And I go, that was Beanick. That was Beanick, baby. That's a power move right there. The last guy to order chicken tenders at a sushi joint. You know, the chef, you know, the cooks back there had to double check that. They had to like, cause it probably came out in abbreviations. Right. And they're sitting there like, what the fuck is this? Right. So they had to call over like the fucking kitchen manager. Say, well, what is this right here? CHX? What the fuck is that? Chicken tenders. Look,
They looked out there like that prick.
Yeah, they didn't. They haven't made anything on fry in a while, so they're just sitting there like, what? Someone turn on the fry. What's the fry? Look, what's South Alabama? All right, they're a team that is on the rise, a program that started their football, or a university that started their football program in the past 17 years, and we like to talk state of the program, and part of state of the program is your stadium. They went out and they built themselves a stadium over they started out playing at a different stadium for a while. I'm drawing a blank on the name of that thing, but it's a classic. But they got their own stadium 5 years ago during COVID. Right. And Mac, I'm here to tell you that the NFL does their what's the why am I drawing a blank? I got Vegas brain right now. What's the Senior Bowl? Yeah, they do the Senior Bowl there.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
No. That's what it's the Senior Bowl. That's what I was looking for. It's a nice stadium. It's new. You can add on to this thing. I was reading about it. So Mobile. They have a vision. What's that?
Said Mobile, baby.
Yeah. I mean, look, I know right there's not a lot of fans there, but you got to understand when you kickstart something from scratch in a state dominated by Alabama and Auburn fans, it's going to take some time to build your identity. But I think they've had better fans of late, but it's a nice stadium, man. I really am impressed by it. They kind of like, it's like I appreciate. I'm giving this thing an 8 of 10 because of the potential. And yeah, what are you giving this thing, man? Don't be that guy.
No, I was gonna give it a 7. They're so young. They're so young. There's not as much history though, but I do like the potential here at Hancock Stadium. And hey, man, Mobile, Alabama, that's a fun spot. We got to get down there for a game.
I would love to get down there for a game. This is especially there and be a part of this. Yeah, Senior Bowl. Look, the Senior Bowl's. Yeah, I don't want to go to the Senior Bowl though. It's got to be a South Alabama game. Look at that place though, man. It looks nice, man. They did a good job like keeping it classic. Now we just need to put people in the seats. We're working on it. 3 straight winning seasons.
Keep it going, Coach Applewhite.
Look at that. Nice stadium, man. Nice work down there. I'm giving it 8. State of the program. This is an interesting one because I wanted to have 3 winning seasons. Well, not only 3 winning seasons. When they first started playing, they were unclassified independent in 2009 and 10, where they went 17-0 with Joey Jones, and then they went 6-4 in 2011. And then they entered the Sun Belt. Went 2-11 that first year, but after that 6-6, 6-7 in a bowl game. They beat Mississippi State, I believe, one of these years. They've now been to, 5 bowl games, and they would have qualified for 3 more had they not been, unclassified as an independent. So when you look at starting your whole entire program and having 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, bowl eligible type seasons, despite, not being in a bowl in all of them. That's pretty impressive. So in that regard, I wanted to give it a solid ranking, but at the same time, they still haven't won the championship. So I gave it a 6 of 10. It was the first year for Applewhite in Mobile, but he looked good, man. What are you giving this thing?
I was going to give it a 7 or 7. Sorry. In between the 7 and 10. 7. I mean, Womack got it going. I thought he handed it off to Applewhite, and they continue the momentum of the program. 7-6, winning season in league play. So yeah, give me 7.
You reminded me of that Sean Connery bit on Celebrity Jeopardy on SNL when he says "threve," and Will Ferrell's like a mixture of 3 and 5.
I was saying 7, and I was looking at the number 10. And I go 7 or 10.
Sen. Yeah. I mean, look, I think if you're a South Alabama fan, you're on the right track. You just got to continue to be patient and support your boys. All right. The schedule. Let's dive into it. Can Major Applewhite make it 4 straight winning seasons, building that culture? They're taking out Morgan State. I love this logo because it looks like this bear is going to do a classic Ric Flair bitch slap there. But I don't care that they don't have Fluff, Bothwell, or Gio Lopez. I think they're going to roll past Morgan State. What are you doing here?
Yeah, South Alabama 1-0, baby.
Yeah, easy play right there. Then week 2. Ooh, New Orleans, Mobile. This is perfect. Tulane coming to town. And I will take Tulane because South Alabama. If it was last year, South Alabama, maybe, but replacing all those guys week 2, I have to lean green wave here. I have to teeter towards green wave here. I'm sorry, not lean. I have to teeter towards Tulane here. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna go with Tulane. South Alabama started slow last year with a couple games, so I think they do the same against quality competition. Tulane's got still a lot coming back with Summerall.
Then week 3, so 1-1. Week 3, they head to Auburn to take on Hughes Strip Club Freeze. Up a Trino against a Freeze. This is beautiful. God bless America. Yeah. If is Hugh Freeze gonna get himself off the golf course in time for this one? I would love for this to be an upset, but I have to take War Eagle here. So I will put Auburn at South Alabama at 1-2. What are you doing here?
Same, likewise, 1-2. It's still a tough place to win. Auburn wins.
First ever matchup. It's about time you put them on the stinking schedule. And hey, Auburn and Alabama, there's another school called Troy and UAB. Put them on the schedule, you filthy animals.
Why would you not put UAB on the schedule? You could beat up on Dilfer.
To him, like stick it to Trent Dilfer, making fun of the modern game. After that, the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina come into Mobile, Alabama. And look, this is an intriguing one. We did the Coastal preview. I believe I took South Alabama there. So I'm going to stick to that. But I do think this is kind of a 50-50 game. So, but give me South Alabama. You're at home. I do not have strong conviction with this play, but give me 2-2 thus far. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I was high on Coastal, but I did give this game to South Alabama at home, league opener. I think they get a dub here. So 2-2 for me, 1-0 to start league play.
Yeah, let's go. Then they stay or they go back to the non-con where they head to Denton, Texas, take on the Mean Green and the Eric Morris agency there with Reese Poffenberger. Big Poff. I love you. I love it when he called me Big Poff. I'm on North Texas has some value in this game. I did not realize that North Texas brought in the entire Sam Houston State defense, which was very good last year. And my boy Reese Poffenberger, who we've been following since he was in Albany Great Dane. So give me them Mean Green 2-3. What are you doing here?
Yeah, North Texas won it in Mobile. I think they complete the season sweep or the back-to-back year sweep. So Yeah, give me North Texas.
There we go. So we're both at 2 and 3. Then they back-to-back away. The battle for the belt, a rivalry game. Troy is a weird team to me too. Like, I mean, even
Gerald Parker.
I didn't like that hire of Gerard Parker, right? Gerard Parker, I think. Maybe he gets it to work, but I think South Alabama's a better football team. Now, it is a rivalry game, and by the way, it is not in Denton, Texas. It's in Troy, Alabama. Battle for the belt. Give me South Alabama 3 and 3. Sorry, Troy. What are you doing here?
I was gonna say, give me a split on the road, 3 and 3. I think they're more talented than Troy.
Well, after that, you got a bye week. Shout out to what do you think of that old USA logo? They got to go back to that logo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring it back. USA, baby.
Let's go. There's a bye week there, and one that they'll probably need down the stretch, because right now you're sitting there saying, in conference, we beat Coastal, we beat Troy, we're 2-0, we can win this thing. But before we talk about the next game, I want to let you know that the college football experience South brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million in first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. So sign up, and when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN and claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits there. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. You probably heard me talk about Rhythm before. They just dropped a new game-changing feature called Power Trends. These are AI-detected patterns where Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a very high ROI. Think like a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. Power Trends are updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm, and Rhythm only, folks. No touts, no noise, just back bets, baby. So what are you doing? Download and start betting smarter. You know damn well we will be. Get your free 7-day trial period today. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back. Carlton says he thinks I had Coastal. Did I have Coastal that game?
I don't think so.
I thought I had South Alabama, but I do remember saying it was a 50-50 game. I don't know. Maybe I did give it to Coastal.
Too many previews.
Well, no, that game specifically was a very hard one. I think, though, I thought I said South Alabama, but maybe
home.
Yeah, I thought I took South Alabama, but it's kind of a 50-50 game. Then after the bye week, Butch Jones at Arkansas State come to town. Our Arkansas are available to the public. I took South Alabama here. So 4 and 3, undefeated, still in the Sun Belt. What are you doing here?
I took South Alabama too. Off a bye week at home Tuesday night. Let's go. Go Jags.
Then after that, they head to Atlanta. Center Park Stadium, take on Georgia State and Del McGee's bunch. We haven't done our Georgia State preview yet, but I keep fading them in all these games. So I'm not going to fade them here. Upset. You do not go into the place where Fred McGriff used to hit dingers. All right. And get that dub. Del McGee got Vandy last year. They can get Zach Pyron. Yeah. First loss, and no one's going to see it coming. I'm going to ride this thing on the money line.
I'm going to go South Alabama to continue their Sun Belt momentum here. Bounce back on the road at Georgia State. Keeps it rolling.
Wow. Look at Sam Malone in there talking about Del McGee. He was impressive last year to me. Remember their schedule? They were on the road for a month.
No, it was like a month and a half.
Unbelievable schedule.
I got them 5 and 3. You got them 4 and 4.
4 and 4. Then the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana come to town. I don't remember what I did here. I think I took Louisiana, but I'm not 100% because I'm not very high on Louisiana. I'll take Louisiana. I don't know, man. This is a
toss up.
I feel like both are replacing so much. I'll go with the home team, South Alabama. I can't remember what I did on the Louisiana preview. Probably should have listened to it before this episode, but I'm in Vegas. All right. Yeah, 4-5. What are you doing here?
I think I'm going to go 3 straight wins. I think they get Louisiana. They control their destiny coming down the stretch. 6-3 for me.
Oh wait, did I say 4-5? I meant 5-4, right?
4.
Yeah, 5-4. Then another bye week. Come out of the bye week, and you head to Monroe, Louisiana, to take on Bryant Vincent's bunch. Oh man, I'll take a loss here. If I gave him the other one,
yeah.
I know they have a bye week, but give me a loss. 5-5.
Monroe's got a bye too, so yeah, I got them feeling themselves undefeated. I think they drop this game 6-4.
Then Southern Miss comes to town. You know, I'm high on my boys, the Golden Eagles down there in Hattiesburg. So I have this as another loss. 5-6. What are you doing here?
6-5. Another loss here, back to back. I think Southern Miss will be playing really good ball, trying to win back-to-back championships. One at Marshall, one at Southern Miss.
Then they head to San Marcos in Texas State's final game in the Sun Belt Conference. You know I'm going to say loss here, which will put them at 5-7, but I don't think they're going to go 5-7. I think they're going to end up 6-6 and make a bowl and have a chance to continue another winning season. What are you doing here?
I got Texas State beating them down here. So 3 straight losses, 6-6, but they can continue that winning streak with the bowl win.
Yeah, and the win total though. Woo!
I mean,
Woo!
what is
7.5? Plus 650 to win the Sun Belt, plus 2,500 to make the CFP. Let's take a bird's eye view of that schedule. They're seeing 7 to 8 wins.
They got 6 true road games.
So I'm just trying to think what Vegas has got them favored in. Morgan State, Coastal, Arkansas State, Georgia State. That'd be 4.
Troy, maybe.
It's on the road though.
I know.
Let's say ULM 5, Southern Miss 6. So I guess it is Troy, right? What the hell else?
I mean, think about the games that we know they're dogs in. At Auburn, at
Tulane.
North Texas.
They're gonna be dogs at Tulane.
Yeah. So throw Tulane in there too. That's 3, and then
Texas
State, and then that's 4 that we know are guaranteed. They're going to be underdogs in. They just need to lose one of the games that they're quote unquote favored in. Yeah, under.
They lost a shit ton from last year. I don't understand this one. It makes me feel stupid. Like, because normally Vegas is pretty on it, and I'm like, how the hell with this schedule? When I think about the rosters, I think Tulane is a better roster. Coastal Carolina has a better roster. I think North Texas has a better roster. I think you can make the case that Arkansas State and Louisiana are at least on the same level of roster. I think Southern Miss has a better roster. I think Texas State has a better roster. That's crazy to me. Are we going to lock this? Am I going to go downstairs and bet this right now?
Yes, I think we should. I mean, dude, they could go 7-5, have a nice year, and still hit the under.
Yeah, I mean, what is the best case scenario here?
9-3, maybe
9. Morgan State, Coastal. Okay, if they beat North Texas and Troy, that would put them at what? 4. Arkansas State, Georgia State 6, Louisiana 7, ULM 8. I can't get them to 9. I think their ceiling's 8-4.
Could be. I mean, their floor is missing a bowl game for sure. Like 4 and 8, bad.
Yeah, they could lose to Tulane, Auburn, Coastal. They could lose 5 in a row.
Yeah,
right there. Really 6 in a row. Arkansas State's still talented. Butch Jones's team is like, they still have some very nice players in the Sun Belt on that roster. Corey Rucker, the quarterback. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. I don't understand what the fuck they see here. So I will lock this up. Give me the under on South Alabama. But you still go bowling. And you still have a chance for another winning season. Load up. I will go downstairs and bet this. And I actually think if you are a South Alabama fan that wants the over, I think it's better to just take the Sun Belt plus 650 to win, because your non-con is brutal.
Tulane, Auburn, or Texas.
Yeah, I think you're gonna go 1-3 in your non-con.
Yep.
You're locking this, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock it. Like I said, we think they're pretty much a lock to go 1-3 in the non-con. Then we just need them to lose 2 more.
There we go. Yeah, Keith Landry, me and you were on the same page, buddy. That was one of our top plays of the entire season so far is Southern Miss, because they are Marshall. And as Carlton says, they better be grateful they didn't even have App State or JMU on the schedule. Maybe that's why Vegas, but still, Coastal got added MJ Morris. They got Jeremiah Johnson, the defensive coordinator, and some nice pieces of North Texas this season and what they've added. Troy, okay. I have no idea what to expect from Troy. But, I mean, I have there's so many 50-50 games here. That's at Troy, 50-50. Coastal's a 50-50. Arkansas State's a 50-50. Louisiana's a 50-50. I just can't see them going 4-0 in all of those there. So we are locking up the under on South Alabama, but still bowling. All right. Folks, we will be back potentially tomorrow. If not, then Saturday, because I'm flying back from Vegas and we're going to have to do a bunch of shows on Saturday. But if you're wondering who the hell is next, it is the Missouri State Bears. Who picked Dundee?
New team.
The newest. One of the newest. There's 2 new teams, I guess. The Missouri State Bears in the Conference USA. Bobby Petrino coached for them recently. He's not currently their coach, but his son-in-law is. So Petrinos are everywhere in college football. Petrino family is, that is. So buckle up, because we're doing Missouri State. Most likely, I think it's going to be Saturday, just because these things are hard to pull off with doing media days all day. So pencil that thing in, Missouri State Saturday, and a few others after that. Something's up after that. So buckle up. All right. Including Arkansas, which is one of them. So just keep the Petrinos going. Enjoy the slideshow honoring the short history of South Alabama football. We appreciate everybody involved in starting up that program. Every school should play football because it's the greatest fucking sport on the planet. Do it. Moneyline Mac, follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The College Football Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And go check out my episode we just dropped with our interview with Mountain West Commissioner Gloria Navarez. And there's going to be a slew of other episodes dropping. Probably later tonight, you're going to be able to hear an episode with San Jose State's starting quarterback Walker Eggert. I'm sorry. And a bunch of coaches tomorrow scheduled to be on the show. So buckle up. We still got a bunch of episodes coming out. Till next time, this is the College Football Experience. Arkansas State, South Alabama style. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Mailbox 1. You have 7
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks. Largely cause leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallengeable and stiff. So arrange the pieces to prepare cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles taped. Shake the